A 16-year-old girl stands alone in a parking lot, facing three towering boys. A fist swings at her. She dodges, lightning fast, grabs the attacker's wrist, and twists. He crashes to the asphalt, stunned. The crowd of students gasps. They thought she was easy prey. They were wrong. Maya Thompson is no one's victim. Before we dive deeper into this story, I want to know where you're watching from. Drop a comment below. And make sure to subscribe because tomorrow's chapter will keep you on the edge of your seat. The Oregon morning is cloaked in fog. Maya Thompson wakes at 5 a.m. Before her alarm buzzes, she slips out of bed in her new home, padding quietly to the basement. The heavy bag swings as her fists connect. Thud, thud, thud. Sweat beads on her forehead. 8 years of mixed martial arts have carved her movements into instinct. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Each strike is a vow. No one will push her around. Maya, breakfast! Her mother, Dr. Angela Thompson, calls from the stairs. Angela, still in scrubs from her overnight shift at Lincoln General Hospital, sets a plate of eggs on the kitchen table. Her eyes carry concern. How are you feeling about today? Sweetheart? New school? New start? You okay? It's just a school. Mom, Maya says, grabbing a piece of toast. But inside, she knows it's more than that. She's left Portland, where she knew every street, every corner of the dojo. This small town, 50 miles from the city, with its quiet roads and curious stairs, feels like another world. Angela watches her daughter, love mixed with worry in her gaze. Lincoln High's different from Portland. Maya, people here, they're different. Just be careful, okay? Maya nods, but her eyes are steel. She's learned never to show weakness. Her old sensei, Mr. Chen, used to say, "Don't go looking for trouble, but when trouble finds you, be ready." At 7 a.m., Maya steps into Lincoln High. The hallways buzz with the chaos of 800 students. She counts maybe a dozen faces like hers in the sea of mostly white kids. Eyes follow her. Whispers trail in her wake. Who's that? New girl. She keeps her head up, shoulders relaxed. Just as Mr. Chen taught her, no fear, no provocation. First period biology is fine. Second period history is bearable. But lunch is where the real test begins. The Lincoln High cafeteria is a social chessboard. Popular kids claim the center tables. Jocks dominate one corner. Theater kids huddle by the windows. Maya grabs a sandwich from the line, scanning for an empty spot. Well, look who wandered in. A voice cuts through the noise, sharp and mocking. Ethan Carter, 6 feet 2 inches of arrogance, stands from the center table. His Letterman jacket fits perfectly, but his smile never reaches his cold blue eyes. Behind him, Lucas Reed cracks his knuckles, and Noah Hayes smirks. The cafeteria falls silent. All eyes turn to the brewing showdown. Maya keeps walking, pretending not to hear, but Ethan steps into her path, blocking her with ease. "I'm talking to you, newbie." His voice drips with the confidence of someone used to being obeyed. "We need to have a little chat." She stops, meeting his gaze without flinching. "About what?" "About how things work around here." Ethan's smile widens, showing too many teeth. "New kids pay a welcome fee, call it insurance, keeps bad things from happening." Lucas and Noah flank her, standing close enough for her to smell their cheap cologne. The cafeteria stays deathly quiet. 200 students watching like it's a reality show. "Insurance against what?" Maya's voice is steady, curious rather than confrontational. "Accidents," Ethan says with a shrug. "Lockers getting jammed, books going missing, people bumping into you in the halls. This place can be real clumsy, especially for folks who don't belong." Noah chimes in, his grin nasty. Maya sets her tray on the nearest table. She turns back to Ethan, her posture relaxed, but something shifts in her eyes, a glint of defiance. I don't pay protection money. Her words hang in the air, bold and unshakable. Ethan's smile falters for a split second before snapping back, sharper than ever. You're wrong, girl. Everyone pays. He steps closer, his voice dropping to a whisper that carries across the room. Unless you think you're better than the rest of us. I don't pay at all. Maya picks up her tray and walks around him, heading for an empty table 10 feet away. Ethan stands frozen, caught off guard by her refusal. The cafeteria holds its breath. This isn't over, he calls after her, loud enough for everyone to hear. Nobody disrespects me in my school. Nobody. Maya sits, unwraps her sandwich, and takes a bite, acting like nothing happened. But her peripheral vision tracks Ethan as he storms out with Lucas and Noah in tow, across the room. Jordan Lee shakes his head, muttering to a friend. She has no idea what she just started. The cafeteria's chatter slowly resumes, but the vibe has shifted. Word spreads like wildfire before the lunch bell rings. The new girl, Maya Thompson, just declared war on Ethan Carter. Maya chews slowly, her mind racing. She'd hoped to get through her first day without trouble. But some things are inevitable. Backing down from bullies was never an option. Ethan's crew will come for her again. She knows it. The question isn't if, but when and how far they'll go. The bell rings, ending lunch. But the air in Lincoln High's cafeteria still hums with tension. Maya Thompson's bold stand against Ethan Carter has lit a spark. Whispers follow her through the halls. She's the new girl who dared to say no. But Ethan's not done, not by a long shot. His pride stings, and he's ready to make her pay. Before we go further, tell me what you think of Maya's courage. Drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button because this story's about to heat up. Maya walks to her locker. 30 feet down the crowded hallway, her sneakers squeaking on the polished floor. She spins the combination lock. It doesn't budge. She tries again, checking the numbers she memorized that morning. Nothing. A faint smell of mint hits her nose. She leans closer, gum, jammed deep into the keyhole. Having trouble? Lucas Reed appears, leaning against the locker next to hers, his grin sharp as a blade. Locks can get tricky when they're damaged. Maya straightens, her face unreadable. Real mature. Just the start, Lucas says, walking away backward, eyes locked on her. Ethan's got a long memory. She pulls out her phone, snaps a photo of the gummed-up lock. Evidence? She's not playing their game. But she's not stupid either. Third period American history drags on. Maya takes notes, her pen moving fast to keep up with the lecture on the Civil War. But when class ends, her notebook's gone. She checks her bag twice, rifling through folders. Nothing. In the hallway, she spots Noah Hayes, holding her notebook high, reading her neat handwriting in a mocking voice to a group of freshmen. Look at this fancy penmanship. Thinks she's real special. Huh? Maya approaches, her steps measured. That's mine. Prove it, Noah taunts, dangling the notebook above her head like a playground bully. Maybe if you beg real nice, I'll think about it. She doesn't beg. She doesn't reach for it. Instead, she pulls out her phone again, takes a quick photo of Noah with her notebook. What are you doing? His bravado wavers. Evidence, Maya says, pocketing her phone. In case I need to file a theft report. Noah's face reddens. He tosses the notebook at her feet, pages scattering across the floor. Freak, he mutters, stalking off. Maya kneels to gather her notes, her jaw tight. A pair of worn sneakers steps into her view. She looks up to see Jordan Lee, the kid who muttered about her starting a war at lunch. You need some advice, he says quietly, glancing around to make sure no one's listening. I'm listening, Maya replies, standing with her notes clutched to her chest. Ethan Carter's not just some jerk, Jordan says. His dad owns half the businesses in town, including the car lot where my mom works. His uncle's the police chief. When Ethan wants something, it happens. You trying to scare me? Maya asks, her voice steady. I'm trying to save you. Jordan's eyes are earnest. Last year, a kid named Miguel got on Ethan's bad side, ended up with a broken nose and 2 cracked ribs. Official report said he fell down some stairs. He transferred schools 2 weeks later. Maya's grip on her notes tightens. And you believe that? I believe Miguel's gone. Jordan says. Ethan doesn't fight fair, and he's never alone. Whatever you're thinking, don't do it. Before she can respond, Jordan slips back into the crowd, leaving her alone with her thoughts. The harassment doesn't stop. In chemistry lab, her safety goggles vanish, forcing her to borrow a scratched pair that blur her vision. At lunch, someone accidentally spills chocolate milk on her backpack, leaving a sticky mess. By 6th period, a pattern emerges. Ethan's crew, Lucas, Noah, and their smirking allies take turns making her life hell, always with enough deniability to dodge trouble. 7th period English pushes things too far. Maya sits in the back, trying to focus on a discussion about To Kill a Mockingbird. Ethan raises his hand, his voice dripping with fake enthusiasm. Mrs. Evans, I think our new student should share her thoughts on the book. Bet she's got some deep insights. The teacher, Mrs. Evans, smiles warmly. Maya, would you like to talk about Harper Lee's take on justice? It's a setup, and Maya knows it, but she speaks, her voice clear and thoughtful, dissecting the novel's themes of prejudice and moral courage. She finishes to scattered applause. Ethan starts a slow clap, his eyes gleaming. Wow, so well spoken. You're really articulate for, he pauses, letting the racist undertone hang. It's just nice to hear someone so clear. The classroom goes silent. Mrs. Evans flushes, unsure how to respond. Maya holds Ethan's gaze. Thanks for noticing I can communicate effectively. Ethan's smile twitches, but he pushes further. It's refreshing. Some people from certain backgrounds struggle with stuff like this. The silence grows heavier. A few students shift uncomfortably. I'm sure you'll find people from all backgrounds can surprise you, Maya says, her voice like steel. When the bell rings, she gathers her books slowly, walking out with her head high. But inside, something hardens. Ethan's crossed a line. Friday morning, Maya finds her locker vandalized. A banana is taped to the door, with a note in Ethan's sloppy handwriting. Welcome to the jungle. Students gather, some snickering, others looking away. Maya rips the note off, her face blank, but keeps the tape. More evidence. Oh, didn't like your gift? Ethan appears, Lucas and Noah at his sides, his voice loud for the crowd. Thought you might miss the urban wildlife. Creative, Maya says, closing her locker with a soft click. But you should work on your handwriting. Makes it easy to trace. Ethan's jaw tightens. He's not used to being challenged in front of an audience. Maybe you need a lesson in respect. Maybe you need one in basic decency. Maya shoots back. The hallway buzzes, phones coming out to record. The harassment ramps up. In PE, someone slips itching powder into her gym clothes, leaving her skin burning. At lunch, Lucas accidentally bumps her, sending her tray crashing to the floor. Oops, he says, grinning. Hope you're not too clumsy to clean that up. Maya kneels to pick up the mess, students stepping around her. A few offer help, but she waves them off. She can handle this. What she can't handle is the growing crowd enjoying the show. The breaking point comes after school, at the bus stop on Cedar Avenue, half a mile from Lincoln High. Maya walks with Sophie Miller and Emily Chen, 2 freshmen who look nervous, clutching their backpacks. They're usually here by 3:20, Sophie whispers, checking her phone. The bus doesn't come till 3:45. Who's they? Maya asks, scanning the quiet street. Guys from Westview High, Emily says, her voice trembling. Yesterday, they dumped my backpack, called us names, said they'd be back today. At 3:22, a beat-up Camaro roars onto Cedar Avenue, music blaring. 3 boys climb out. Caleb Brooks, tall with bleached hair, Ryan with sleeve tattoos, and Dylan, smirking. Caleb spots Maya and narrows his eyes. Who's the new girl? Nobody, Sophie says quickly. Just waiting for the bus? Looks like somebody to me. Ryan laughs, flexing his tattoos. Somebody who doesn't belong here. Dylan steps toward Emily, who shrinks behind Maya. Brought backup, huh? Not very friendly. Actually, Maya says, her voice calm but firm. I'm here to talk about how you're going to leave these girls alone. The boys laugh, but Caleb steps closer. And if we don't, then you'll learn some people aren't easy targets. Maya shifts her weight. Ready. Dylan reaches for Emily's shoulder. Maya moves like lightning. Her left hand intercepts his arm, twisting it away. Her right strikes his wrist, sharp and precise. Dylan yelps, stumbling back. Caleb charges, but Maya drops low, sweeping his legs. He hits the ground hard. Ryan lunges, and she sidesteps, landing an elbow to his midsection. He doubles over, gasping. Sophie, phone in hand, records it all, her eyes wide. I got everything, she whispers as the boys limp back to their car. Maya turns to the girls. You okay? Emily nods, tears of relief in her eyes. Thank you. As the bus pulls up, Sophie uploads the video. By dinner, it's been shared 300 times, with comments flooding in. She took them down. Finally, someone's fighting back. Maya Thompson's name is spreading, and so is her legend. The video from the Cedar Avenue bus stop explodes across social media. By 6 p.m., it's racked up 5,000 views. Students across Lincoln High share it, their phones buzzing with clips of Maya Thompson taking down 3 Westview bullies in under 30 seconds. Comments flood in. She's a hero! Finally, someone stood up. But not everyone's cheering. Ethan Carter watches the video on his phone, his jaw tight, his fist clenched. Maya's made him look weak, and that's unforgivable. Friday night. Maya sits at the kitchen table in her family's new home, 2 miles from Lincoln High. The house smells of her mom's lasagna, but Maya's barely touched her plate. Her phone vibrates nonstop, notifications piling up. She scrolls through the comments on the bus stop video. Most are supportive, but some sting. Who does she think she is? She's just showing off. Her mom, Dr. Angela Thompson, notices her daughter's silence. You okay, Maya? Angela asks, setting down her fork. Her scrubs are wrinkled from another long shift at Lincoln General Hospital. Maya forces a smile. Yeah, just a lot. Angela leans forward, her voice soft but firm. That video's everywhere. People are calling you a hero, but heroes don't always get an easy ride. You know that, right? Maya nods, her eyes on the table. I didn't ask for this. Mom, I just wanted Sophie and Emily to be safe. And you did that, Angela says. But you've got a target on your back now. Be ready. Across town. In a dimly lit 24-hour diner on Route 12, Ethan Carter slides into a booth with Lucas Reed and Noah Hayes. The air smells of burnt coffee and fries. Caleb Brooks, Ryan, and Dylan, the Westview boys from the bus stop, join them. Their faces bruised from their run-in with Maya. Caleb slams his fist on the table, rattling the ketchup bottles. She humiliated us. On video. My dad's gonna hear about this. Relax, Ethan says, leaning back, his voice calm but dangerous. She's not untouchable. Nobody is. What's the plan? Lucas asks, cracking his knuckles. Ethan smirks. We hit her where it hurts. Not fists. Paperwork. He pulls out his phone, showing a text from his uncle, the police chief. One call, and she's done. Assault charges. 3 against 1 at the parking lot. 3 more from you guys at the bus stop. 6 witnesses. Same story. She's a violent thug who attacked us unprovoked. Dylan hesitates, rubbing his bruised wrist. She didn't start it, though. That video. Doesn't matter. Ethan cuts him off. My uncle will handle the report. My dad's got the best lawyer in town. By the time we're done, she'll be lucky to stay out of juvie. Noah laughs, but it's nervous. You sure this'll work? Ethan's eyes narrow. It always works. She's nobody. I'm a Carter. Monday morning. Maya feels the shift at Lincoln High. The hallway, 100 feet of polished tile, feels like a gauntlet. Some students high-five her, whispering nice job as she passes. Others glare, loyal to Ethan's crew. Her locker's been cleaned, but a new note is taped to it. Watch your back. She crumples it, adding it to her growing pile of evidence. In the cafeteria. She sits alone until Sophie Miller and Emily Chen slide in across from her. Sophie's eyes are bright, her phone still open to the viral video, now at 2,000 views. You're famous, Sophie says, almost giddy. Everyone's talking about you. I don't want fame, Maya says, poking at her salad. I just want to get through the day. Emily, quieter, fidgets with her bracelet. You saved us. Those Westview guys. They've been hassling us for weeks. No one else cared. Maya softens, meeting Emily's eyes. I care. Before Sophie can reply. A shadow falls over the table. Principal Evans, a tall man with thinning hair, stands with a grim expression. Maya Thompson, I need you in my office. Now. The principal's office smells of old coffee and paperwork. Principal Evans sits behind his desk, hands folded. We've had a serious complaint. Maya, 6 students, Ethan Carter, Lucas Reed, Noah Hayes, Caleb Brooks, Ryan, and Dylan. Say you assaulted them. 3 in the school parking lot last week. 3 at the Cedar Avenue bus stop. Maya's stomach drops, but her face stays calm. They're lying. I was defending myself, and Sophie and Emily... Evans sighs, rubbing his temples. I've seen the bus stop video. It's complicated, but assault is a serious accusation. The police are involved. Police? Maya's voice is steady, but her hands grip the chair. Sergeant Brooks will be here soon to take your statement. Evans says, I suggest you call your parents. At home that evening. Maya sits on the living room couch, her mom pacing the 12-foot-wide room. Dr. Angela Thompson's voice shakes with anger. This is ridiculous. My daughter's no criminal. She was protecting herself and others. I know. Mom, Maya says, her voice quieter now. But Ethan's got connections. His uncle's the police chief. Angela stops pacing, her eyes blazing. They don't get to ruin your life because of who they know. We're fighting this. She pulls out her phone, dialing a number. I'm calling Harper. She's the best lawyer I know. An hour later, Ms. Harper, a sharp-eyed woman in her mid-30s, arrives at the Thompson home. Her suit is crisp, her voice calm but commanding. Maya, tell me everything. From the moment you met Ethan Carter. Maya recounts it all. The cafeteria confrontation, the gummed-up locker, the stolen notebook, the racist taunts in English class, the banana on her locker, the bus stop fight. She hands over her phone, showing photos of the vandalism and the note. Harper nods, taking notes on a legal pad. Good. You've been smart. Keeping evidence. We'll need it. What happens now? Maya asks, her voice steady but her hands trembling slightly. You've been accused of assault. Harper says, 6 counts. But that video, plus your evidence, changes the story. We'll fight this in court if it comes to that. For now, stay calm. Keep doing what you're doing. At Lincoln High the next day, something new is brewing. Sophie and Emily, inspired by Maya, start a group chat called Justice for Maya. By noon, 50 students have joined, sharing stories of Ethan's bullying. Jordan Lee, the kid who warned Maya about Ethan, adds a post. She stood up for us. Time we stand up for her. In the gym, Coach Alvarez pulls Maya aside after PE. I saw the video. Kid, you've got guts. But this school's been soft on guys like Ethan for too long. You need allies, and I'm one of them. Maya nods, a flicker of hope in her chest. Thanks, Coach. That afternoon, the group chat grows to 100 students. Sophie uploads the unedited bus stop video, showing Caleb, Ryan, and Dylan harassing her and Emily before Maya stepped in. The comments explode. This is proof. They started it. A plan forms, a rally outside school tomorrow, demanding justice for Maya. Meanwhile, Ethan and the Westview boys meet again at the Route 12 diner. Caleb's nervous, scrolling through the group chat on a burner phone. They're organizing. Ethan, this wasn't supposed to happen. Relax, Ethan snaps, sipping a soda. My uncle's got the police report locked down. My dad's lawyer, Thornton, is writing the complaint right now. By Friday. She's finished. But Caleb's not convinced. That video's got 5,000 views now. People believe her. Ethan leans forward, his voice low. Then we make sure they don't spread a new story. She's a loose cannon, dangerous. We're the victims here. As the diner meeting ends, Maya walks home under the Oregon drizzle, her hoodie pulled tight. Her phone buzzes with a message from Sophie. Check the group chat. We've got your back. For the first time since moving to this town, Maya feels a spark of belonging, but she knows Ethan's not done. This isn't just a schoolyard fight anymore. It's a war, and she's ready. The storm is closing in. Maya Thompson sits in a lawyer's office, her hands steady but her heart racing, across town. Ethan Carter smirks, certain his family's influence will crush her. But at Lincoln High, a quiet rebellion brews. Students are done staying silent. Maya's fight is becoming their fight, and the battle lines are drawn. Before we step into this showdown, I want to know, would you stand with Maya or play it safe? Drop a comment, and hit subscribe because this story's about to hit a whole new level. It's Tuesday evening, 3 days after the police summoned Maya to answer assault charges. The Thompson living room, 12 feet wide and cluttered with unpacked boxes, feels smaller tonight. Maya sits on the couch, her mom, Dr. Angela Thompson, pacing the hardwood floor. Ms. Harper, their lawyer, stands by the coffee table, her legal pad filled with notes. The air is thick with tension, like the Oregon fog outside. Maya, let's go through it again, Harper says, her voice calm but urgent. Every detail, from the first day you met Ethan Carter. Don't leave anything out. Maya takes a deep breath, her voice steady despite the weight on her shoulders. It started in the cafeteria. First day of school. Ethan demanded a welcome fee, said it was insurance against accidents. I told him I don't pay protection money. Harper nods, scribbling. Good. Keep going. Maya recounts the escalating harassment, the gum in her locker, the stolen notebook, the banana taped to her door with a racist note, the itching powder in her gym clothes, the chocolate milk spilled on her backpack. She describes Ethan's taunts in English class, his words laced with prejudice. He said I was articulate for someone from my background. Everyone knew what he meant. Angela clenches her fists, her eyes flashing. That boy's been targeting my daughter from day one. And now he's lying to the police? Exactly, Harper says, flipping a page. 6 boys, Ethan, Lucas Reed, Noah Hayes, Caleb Brooks, Ryan, and Dylan. Claim Maya attacked them unprovoked. 3 in the school parking lot, 3 at the Cedar Avenue bus stop, half a mile from school. But we have the bus stop video. Thanks to Sophie Miller, it shows Caleb and his crew harassing Sophie and Emily before Maya stepped in. Maya pulls out her phone, handing it to Harper. I've got photos, too. The gummed-up locker, the note on my door, Noah with my notebook. It's all time-stamped. Harper's eyes light up. This is gold. Evidence like this can dismantle their story. But we need more. Witnesses. Anyone who saw Ethan's crew in action. At Lincoln High the next morning. The Justice for Maya group chat has grown to 150 students. Sophie Miller, the freshman who recorded the bus stop video, posts a call to action. If Ethan or his friends ever bullied you, speak up. We're meeting in the library at lunch. By noon, 20 students crowd into a corner of the library, 50 feet from the main entrance. Sophie stands on a chair, her voice trembling but determined. Maya's getting blamed for fighting back. We know what Ethan's like. He's been running this school for years. Who's got a story? Liam Scott, a skinny sophomore with glasses, raises his hand. Last year, Ethan and Lucas cornered me in the bathroom. They took my lunch money, said I'd get a black eye if I told anyone. I didn't. Ava Patel, a quiet junior, speaks next. Noah spread a rumor I was cheating on a math test. I got detention, and he laughed about it. Ethan high-fived him, one by one. Students share their stories, shoved lockers, stolen phones, cruel taunts. Jordan Lee, who warned Maya about Ethan's influence, adds. I saw Lucas put the gum in Maya's locker. I was too scared to say anything then. I'm not scared now. Sophie nods, her phone recording. This is our ammo. We're telling Ms. Harper everything. After school, Coach Alvarez catches Maya in the gym, where she's helping clean up after PE. The gym, 80 feet long, smells of sweat and rubber mats. Heard about the charges, Alvarez says, tossing a basketball into a bin. It's garbage. Ethan's been a problem since freshman year, but the school's too spineless to touch him. You've got my support. Kid? Maya manages a small smile. Means a lot. Coach? I'm not just talk, Alvarez says. I'm meeting with the school board tomorrow. Your self-defense moves at the bus stop. That's not violence. That's courage. I'm pushing for a program to teach kids like you how to stand up safely. Maya's eyes widen. You think they'll listen? They'll have to. Alvarez says, You're waking this place up. Meanwhile, Ms. Harper visits Principal Evans in his office, a 10 by 12-foot room stacked with files. Evans shifts uncomfortably in his chair as Harper lays out the case. We have evidence of ongoing harassment by Ethan Carter and his friends, photos, notes, a video, and I've got a list of students ready to testify about their bullying. Why hasn't the school acted on their reports? Evans adjusts his tie, sweat beading on his forehead. We take bullying seriously, Ms. Harper, but these things are complex. The Carter family is influential. We need to be careful. Careful? Harper's voice sharpens. My client's facing assault charges because your school ignored a pattern of abuse. You'll be testifying. Mr. Evans, expect a subpoena. Across town, Ethan lounges in his dad's office at Carter Auto Sales, a sprawling lot 3 miles from Lincoln High. His father, a broad man in a tailored suit, leans back in his chair. Thornton's drafting the complaint. He says, 6 counts of assault. The judge owes me a favor. This girl's done. Ethan grins, tossing a stress ball. Told you, Dad, nobody crosses a Carter. But cracks are forming. At the Route 12 diner. Caleb Brooks fidgets, nursing a soda. The group chat's got 200 kids now, he tells Lucas and Noah. They're digging up dirt on us. What if they find something? Like what? Lucas snaps. We stick to the story. She hit us first. End of discussion. Noah's quieter, staring at his phone. That video's at 100,000 views. People are calling us liars. Then we double down, Ethan says, joining them. Spread the word. Maya's unstable, dangerous. She's the problem, not us. By Thursday, the school's atmosphere has shifted. Posters for the Justice for Maya rally cover the halls. Students wear wristbands with "Stand Up" written in marker. Maya walks to her locker, noticing fewer glares and more nods of support. In Harper's office that evening, Maya meets Sophie, Liam, Ava, and Jordan, who've agreed to testify. Harper reviews their statements, her voice steady. You're all brave. This won't be easy, but your stories will show the court who the real aggressors are. Liam adjusts his glasses, nervous. What if Ethan's lawyer twists our words? He'll try, Harper says, but we've got the truth, and the truth is stronger than their lies. Angela squeezes Maya's hand. I'm proud of you. Baby, you're not just fighting for yourself. You're fighting for all these kids. Maya nods, but the weight of it all presses down. She's not just facing Ethan now. She's up against his family, the police, maybe the whole town. Friday morning. The rally takes place outside Lincoln High. 200 students gathered in the 50-degree Oregon chill. Sophie holds a megaphone, her voice ringing out. Maya Thompson's not a criminal. She's one of us. We won't let Ethan Carter bully her, or anyone, anymore. The crowd cheers, signs waving. Justice for Maya! Stop the lies! Jordan leads a chant, his voice hoarse but fierce. Even Principal Evans watches from the steps, his face unreadable. Maya stands at the edge of the crowd, her hoodie pulled tight. She didn't ask for this, but seeing these kids, some strangers, some victims like her, makes her chest tighten with something new. Hope. That night, Harper calls with an update. The prosecution's pushing for a trial next week. They're confident, but so are we. Stay strong. Maya, we're building a case they can't ignore. Maya hangs up, staring out her bedroom window at the quiet street. 100 feet from the curb, Ethan's out there, plotting, but so are her allies, growing stronger every day. This fight's far from over, but for the first time, she feels she's not alone. The Lincoln County Courthouse looms, its stone walls cold under the Oregon drizzle. Inside, Maya Thompson sits at the defendant's table, her heart pounding but her face calm. Across the room, Ethan Carter smirks, flanked by his crew, certain their lies will win. Today, truth and justice collide, and only one side will walk away whole. The courtroom, 40 feet long, smells of polished wood and tension. Judge Margaret Collins, a woman with sharp eyes and graying hair, takes her seat. The gallery is packed. 50 students, parents, and reporters crammed into oak benches. Dr. Angela Thompson grips Maya's hand under the table. Ms. Harper, their lawyer, adjusts her glasses, her legal pad brimming with notes. Mr. Thornton, Ethan's lawyer, stands first, his voice smooth. Your Honor, Maya Thompson is a violent instigator. She attacked 6 boys, Ethan Carter, Lucas Reed, Noah Hayes, Caleb Brooks, Ryan, and Dylan, without provocation. We have 6 consistent statements proving her guilt. Harper rises, her tone steady. Your Honor, my client acted in self-defense and to protect others. We have video evidence, photographs, and witnesses that expose a pattern of harassment by these boys. They're not victims. They're bullies. The room buzzes. Judge Collins bangs her gavel. Order. Ms. Harper, call your first witness. Sophie Miller takes the stand, her hands shaking but her voice clear. At the Cedar Avenue bus stop, half a mile from school, Caleb, Ryan, and Dylan were harassing me and Emily Chen. They grabbed my backpack, called us names. Maya told them to stop. When Dylan tried to grab Emily, Maya stepped in. I recorded it. Harper plays the video on a courtroom screen. The 30-second clip, now with 15,000 views, shows Maya's precise moves, deflecting, twisting, neutralizing, without malice. The gallery murmurs. Ethan shifts in his seat, his smirk fading. Thornton cross-examines, his voice sharp. Miss Miller, isn't it true you edited this video to make your friend look innocent? No, Sophie says firmly. That's the raw footage. I posted it right after. Next, Liam Scott testifies, his glasses fogging with nerves. Ethan and Lucas took my lunch money last year, threatened to break my nose if I told anyone. Maya's not the problem. They are. Ava Patel follows, her voice soft but steady. Noah spread lies about me cheating on a test. Ethan laughed when I got detention. They've been bullying kids for years. Jordan Lee takes the stand, his jaw tight. I saw Lucas jam gum in Maya's locker. Ethan taped a banana to it with a racist note. I was scared to speak up then. I'm not now. Thornton tries to rattle them, but the kids hold firm. Harper presents Maya's photos, the gummed-up locker, the note, Noah with her stolen notebook. Each image chips away at the boy's story. Principal Evans is called, his tie askew. Mr. Evans, Harper says. Did students report bullying by Ethan Carter's group? Evans hesitates, glancing at Ethan's father in the gallery. Some reports were filed, yes. And what did you do? Harper presses. We investigated. Evans mumbles. But evidence was inconclusive. Inconclusive? Harper holds up a stack of ignored complaints, 20 pages thick. These are reports from 15 students over 2 years. You did nothing, allowing a culture of bullying to thrive. The gallery gasps. Judge Collins leans forward, her eyes narrowing. Finally, Maya takes the stand. Her voice is steady, her eyes locked on the judge. I didn't want to fight. I told Ethan I wouldn't pay his fee. He didn't like that. His crew vandalized my locker, stole my things, taunted me in class, at the bus stop. I protected Sophie and Emily because no one else would. I only used what I was taught. To stop a threat. Not start one, Harper asks. Why didn't you report the harassment? I tried. Maya says, but the school didn't listen, so I handled it myself. Thornton stands, his voice dripping with doubt. Miss Thompson, you expect us to believe a 16-year-old girl was forced to fight 6 boys? Sounds like you enjoy violence. Maya doesn't flinch. I don't enjoy it. I'm trained to protect myself and others. That's what I did. The gallery falls silent. Angela wipes a tear. Sophie nods from the benches. Harper calls her final witness, Coach Alvarez. I've seen Ethan's group intimidate kids for years, he says. Maya's actions at the bus stop weren't reckless. They were disciplined. She's the kind of student we need more of. Thornton objects, but Judge Collins overrules. I want to hear this. As closing arguments begin, Ethan whispers to Lucas, his confidence cracking. This wasn't supposed to happen. Harper addresses the court, her voice ringing. Your Honor, Maya Thompson isn't a criminal. She's a hero who stood up to bullies when the system failed. The evidence, video, photos, witnesses, proves her innocence and exposes a pattern of abuse. These boys aren't victims. They're liars, and their false claims waste this court's time. Thornton argues, but his words falter. The 6 boys' statements contradict each other. Caleb claims Maya punched first. Ryan says she kicked. Their story unravels. Judge Collins deliberates for 20 minutes. The courtroom holds its breath. She returns, her voice firm. Based on the evidence, I find Maya Thompson not guilty on all charges. Furthermore, I'm recommending an investigation into perjury by the complainants. This court will not tolerate false accusations. The gallery erupts in cheers. Angela hugs Maya, tears streaming. Sophie, Liam, Ava, and Jordan leap from their seats, chanting, "Justice for Maya!" Ethan's face pales. His father storms out, phone in hand, outside. 100 students wait in the 48-degree chill, holding signs. When Maya emerges, they roar, rushing to hug her. Sophie raises her phone. Live streaming. "We did it!" Maya smiles, but her eyes are heavy. She's free, but the fight's left scars. The Lincoln County Courthouse steps are alive with cheers. But Maya Thompson's fight isn't over. Her victory has shattered Ethan Carter's grip on Lincoln High. But it sparked something bigger, a movement. Her courage is rewriting the rules, not just for her school, but for kids everywhere standing up to bullies. The morning after the trial, Lincoln High feels different. The hallways, 100 feet of polished tile, buzz with a new energy. Students walk taller, their whispers not of fear but of hope. Ethan Carter's absence is palpable, expelled pending a perjury investigation. He's vanished from school, his family's influence crumbling. Lucas Reed and Noah Hayes face suspension, their reputations in tatters. Across town at Westview High, Caleb Brooks, Ryan, and Dylan are under scrutiny, their false claims exposed. The Carter name, once untouchable, now carries shame. Maya walks to her locker, half a mile from her home, her backpack lighter without the weight of fear. A group of freshmen wave, one shouting, "You're awesome, Maya!" She smiles, unaccustomed to the attention. Sophie Miller bounds up, her phone glowing with notifications. "The video from the courthouse steps hit 2,000 views," Sophie says, grinning. "You're not just our hero, you're everyone's—" "I'm no hero," Maya says, opening her locker, clean, for the first time in weeks. "I just did what I had to." "But that's what heroes do," Sophie insists, pulling Maya toward the gym. "Come on, Coach Alvarez wants you." The gym, 80 feet long, smells of fresh paint and determination. Coach Alvarez stands by a new banner, Student Empowerment and Safety Program. He claps Maya on the shoulder, his grin wide. "Your self-defense moves inspired this. Kid, the school board approved it yesterday, 5-2 vote. We start classes next week, and I want you to lead the first session." Maya blinks, caught off guard. "Me? I'm not a teacher." "You're better," Alvarez says. "You're proof this stuff works. Kids like Liam and Ava are signing up because of you." Liam Scott, the sophomore who testified, steps forward, his glasses no longer hiding his confidence. "I'm in. Maya, I'm tired of being scared." Ava Patel nods, her shy smile gone. "Me too. I want to help teach. Show kids they don't have to take it." Maya looks at them, then at the banner, her chest tightening with something new. Purpose. "Okay," she says, "let's do it." By the next week, the program launches in the gym after school. 30 students, from freshmen to seniors, fill the mats, 20 feet wide. Maya stands at the front, her voice steady. "This isn't about fighting. It's about protecting yourself and others. It's about standing up." She demonstrates a wrist block, her movements precise, then pairs students to practice. Liam stumbles but laughs. Trying again, Ava corrects a freshman's stance, her confidence growing. Coach Alvarez watches, nodding. Outside the gym, the school's culture shifts. The cafeteria, once a battleground, feels warmer. Students from different cliques share tables, their laughter louder. Jordan Lee, who once warned Maya to back down, organizes a peer mediation group, helping kids resolve conflicts before they escalate. Principal Evans, humbled by the trial, implements a new anti-bullying policy, with mandatory reporting and consequences. Sophie's Justice for Maya group chat evolves into a school-wide forum. Now with 300 members, they share resources, hotlines, counselor contacts, self-defense tips. Emily Chen, once too scared to speak, posts a video thanking Maya. "You showed me I'm stronger than I thought," she says, her voice steady. One evening, Maya sits in her bedroom, 10 feet by 12, the Oregon rain tapping the window. Her phone buzzes with an email from a girl in California, 700 miles away. "I saw your story online," it reads. "I'm starting a self-defense club at my school because of you. Thank you for showing us we can fight back." Maya reads it twice, her eyes stinging. "Doctor." Angela Thompson knocks, leaning against the door frame. "You okay, baby?" Maya nods, holding up her phone. "Kids are writing to me, Mom, from all over. They're starting stuff like our program." Angela sits beside her, pulling her into a hug. "You've done more than win a trial. You've changed lives." The next month, the program grows to 60 students. Local news covers it. "Filming Maya leading a class," the reporter asks. "What's your message to kids facing bullies?" Maya pauses, then speaks clearly. "You're not alone. Stand up, speak out, and find people who'll stand with you. Together, we're unstoppable." The story spreads beyond Oregon. Schools in Washington, Idaho, and California adopt similar programs. Citing Maya's example, online, hashtags like #StandWithMaya trend, with thousands sharing stories of fighting back. At Lincoln High's spring assembly, held in the 500-seat auditorium, Principal Evans introduces Maya to a roaring crowd. "This student reminded us what courage looks like," he says, his voice cracking. "She's made our school better." Maya steps to the mic, her hands steady. "This isn't about me," she says. "It's about us. We're stronger when we stand together. Let's keep fighting. For ourselves. For each other." The crowd leaps to their feet, clapping until their hands hurt. Sophie, Liam, Ava, Jordan, and Emily stand in the front row, their faces glowing. That night, Maya walks home under a clear sky, the stars bright above the town, 2 miles from school. She passes the Cedar Avenue bus stop, now quiet, and stops. This is where it all changed, where she stood up, not just for Sophie and Emily, but for herself. Back in her room, she pulls out a notebook, jotting ideas for the next self-defense class. Her phone buzzes again, another message, this time from a boy in Texas. "Your story gave me the guts to report my bully. Thank you." Maya smiles, her heart full. She didn't choose this fight, but it chose her. And in fighting it, she's sparked a fire that won't go out. Lincoln High is just the start. Maya's story doesn't end here. It lives on in every kid who finds their voice. Her courage has changed Lincoln High and beyond. Now it's your turn. What's one step you'll take to stand up against bullying in your world? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if this story moved you, subscribe to join our community of change makers. Let's keep the fight going together.